Welcome to the second example here in terms of how to use trig ratios to solve for an unknown side length. In the given triangle, which is right-angled, we are told that the angle is 60 degrees. We have a length of x and another length of 20. So to determine which trig ratio to use, we first have to label the angle and sides. So if we look at angle 60 as our referent angle, directly across, or opposite, we should say, we have a value of 20. So 20 is opposite. In addition, if we go directly opposite the 90-degree angle, we have x. So that tells me the hypotenuse is x. So we're going to use the trig ratio of sine. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So let's record that as the sine of angle theta is equal to opposite divided by the hypotenuse. Okay, so now given the triangle, let's substitute the values into the trig ratio formula. So the sine of 60 degrees is equal to 20 divided by x. In this place here, I'm going to put a divide by 1, and that will help us to do cross multiplying later. Now this is the next key critical step, is to convert the sine of the angle to a decimal with 4 significant digits. Some of you are going to struggle with that, so I'll show you how to do that. Your calculator may function like mine, in which case what you do is you turn it on, clear it, and then you press the sine button, which is right here, and you go sine of 60 degrees, so enter 60, and hit enter. And so you should get the significant digits, decimal 8660. And since 2 is less than 5, we're going to have 8660. So replace sine of 60 with the quantity of decimal 8660 divided by 1, and then record equals sine divided by x. Now the next step is to cross multiply. So by having that divide by 1, you can see it's a lot easier. So we're going to cross multiply. So we're going to get decimal 866x is equal to 20. Then the next step here is to divide both sides by 0.866 to isolate for the x variable. And so let's take our calculator and go 20 divided by decimal 866 equals, and you should get 23.09. So let's record that. X is 23.09. And let's retrace our steps, shall we? So to solve for x, the first step was to label the angle and sides. And again, just to reiterate, directly opposite of 60 degrees was 20. Directly opposite of the 90 was x. So we used the sine trig ratio. The next step was to substitute the values into the trig ratio formula. So the sine of 60 was equal to 20 divided by x. Then we converted the sine angle to 4 decimal places. We used our calculator to determine decimal 8660 divided by 1 was equal to 20 divided by x. We cross-multiplied, and then we got 0.866x equals 20. We divided both sides by 0.866 to isolate for x, and we claimed that x is 23.9 units. Very good.